Hi everyone, welcome to the Knacklers workshop. This is Hotchpotch number 14. For those of you new to the channel, really the Hotchpotch videos are just something where I can just have a quick talk about various things that have gone on in the workshop that don't really warrant an individual video. Yeah, so anyway, let's have a look at some new bits and bobs that have arrived in the workshop. So if you've been a watcher of the channel for a while, these are the old Vic Vaporub, which has the camphor in. There's a video I did in the weekend workshop tips series. They seem to be working really well, so I've just purchased a few more, so I'm going to drill the holes in and get them put in different places. So yeah, definitely seems to be working, so I'm pleased with that. The other thing that I've got, or one of the other things I've got, is and I saw this an idea about doing this with one of the other YouTubers. Can't remember. It's optical something, and it might be Optical Machinist. Apologies for that. He's got a beautiful 𝗪𝗧𝗜𝗍𝗔𝗥𝗕𝗥 but it's just one of the cheap and cheerful import magnetic bases, and obviously you have all the ability to swivel it around, and all I've done is put I just turned up a 𝗪𝗓𝗔𝗡𝗘𝗥 bolt, whacked it into the no, actually I created a little sleeve to go through the clamp there, and then I used a 𝗪𝗓𝗔𝗡𝗥 bolt into the GoPro mount, and it seems to work. If you watched the series, the last one of the build of the spindle watchmaker spindle fixture, that's what I filmed it using this. So you can just, it's quite good, you can just click it on, use the magnetic base to fit it pretty much wherever you want. Also I did the filming on when I was doing the sawing on the vise, hacksawing on the vise. This just stuck to the vise because obviously it's magnetic, and worked a treat. So yeah, for I don't know what this was, 12 quid I think on eBay. It really is quite a good little solution, so that's good news. What else? Let's put them on that side, I think. Okay, so what else have we got? This was another thing I got. So again, this was from an offshore company. I don't know how. I have bought one other thing from them, and actually it was pretty good actually. So I've taken a chance on something else. So all it is goes between the centres on your lathe, and you can try and actually put a DTI along and see whether you're running parallel. So we may do a video on that. I'm not sure. I mean, there are other ones already out there on that, so it's not too exciting. But because of the clock project, I'm keen to try and just ensure how accurate the 𝗪𝗧𝗜𝗍𝗔𝗥𝗕𝗥 is. So yeah, so I will be doing that one in the near future. So that was another. I was pleased with that. Next on the agenda, some transfer punches. I think I got them from RDG. Nothing too exciting really. I'm sure they all come from an offshore company, but yeah, just something I thought would be useful within the workshop. So probably need something slightly bigger, because it's another set, because this is relatively small. So but then most of the stuff I do in the workshop is generally small. What else have we got? Yeah, now I saw Nigel Go Create Hobbycraft many videos ago had one of these. So this fits onto your drill press table, and then it's a bit like a set of mole grips, but you can clamp down onto anything that you're drilling. It's a real cheap and cheerful set, but I thought it'd be worth it to have a go on the big drill press down in the joinery shop. So yeah, so that was pleasing. I can't remember what it was, but it was reasonably small amount of money. What else have I got? Oh, I don't want to show you that. There's a video coming up. This book, so let's turn it around that way because I know you're looking the other way around. So Wheels and Pinion Cutting in Horology. So this is a book by 𝗪𝗢𝗥𝗦𝗛𝗢𝗥. He's here in the UK, and it's an excellent book. Really, I really enjoy reading through this. And Malcolm has some additional bits and bobs that I'm quite keen to pick up when the funds are available. It's he's a very clever man. Good. You just search for his name, you can find his website and see some nice bits and bobs. So that's cool. I don't know if I actually showed you that before. If I did, apologies. You know, senior moments, old age. So this is probably one that's going to create some comments, I'm sure. So this one is, let's see if we can go there. So it's one of these inverter welders, stick welder. Let's move that there so you haven't got the reflection of the light up above. Yeah, so I don't really want to do lots of welding, but I think there are opportunities where it will be useful, and I may be proved wrong, and I need to go for something a whole lot more sophisticated. But I think for my needs, gluing a couple of bits of metal together every now and again, this could well serve my needs. Now it sort of suggests it's a bit Germany, but I'm not too sure whether it really is. Let me just get it out the I've done nothing with this since it arrived, except for put it under the desk in the man cave. So there she is. Now if you think of that, let me just move my coffee mug next to it. So what have we got? 1, 2 and a bit mugs. Or I could even go, rather than measuring mugs, I could go for the more traditional tape measure. So let's have a look. So that's what, 8.5 inches, yeah? And what have we got there? About 6, about 5.5, yeah? So it's really small. I did look to some reviews. It does seem to do the job. So some guys who are reasonable welders, I'm not sure whether they made the best of it because they were super good at welding anyway, or and maybe have some trouble. So I don't know. That part of it, the main unit's pretty good. The cables, all the associated cables look fine. You do get a dodgy old I don't know what it's called, shield, but which I don't think would do anything any good. So I need to get another shield. But yeah, it was, I can't remember what it was, about £60. So I thought it was worth a go, and I don't plan to do it here in the workshop, but I'll do it at home in the garden when the weather's a bit nicer. So I'll show you a few videos on that one coming up in the future. Right, so that's really let's just looking around the workshop. Yep, that's everything. Oh no, one other thing that has arrived, and let me just move it under here. So it might explode because it's filming the GoPro. So the one up here that I'm filming on, there is a GoPro 7 and this is a GoPro 10. So again, I used it on some of the previous video. The controls are a little bit different, and being an old chap, it takes a little while for me to get to grips with changes. But what I'm hoping is I can try and improve the quality of things by having more than one shot. It'll take me more time editing, but I think it should pay dividends in the long run. Okay, so yeah, so that was the last new thing. So let me, what I'll do is we'll flip over to this GoPro 10 and we'll have a bit of a walk around the shop, I think. So now we're on the 10. What does seem a bit strange is what's it called? The volume doesn't seem the same level. So let's look. So the project's coming up. So if we look at the Unimat, we're pretty much back together now. Got to put the motor on. The auto feed's nearly done. Everything else is done. So we'll have a video out in the next few, well, in April, where we should show this running. So that's pretty good news. I'm pleased about that. We've moved forward quite well. There's the fixture on the video series I've just done. So that's all ready to do the spindles, and somewhere we've got another spindle there, and then there's one actually in the Unimat. So that's coming up. Let's swing you around here. So this one is a taper turning attachment for the 𝗪𝗧𝗜. I've had it for an awful long time, never bothered to put it on the 𝗪𝗧𝗜, but I will do a video showing how to put it on. It's dead simple. It's 4 bolts really. I've got some bolts in readiness, and we'll do a bit of taper turning. Again, it's something I need for the clock project. So pretty much everything I'm trying to do is to bring on board the clock project, or bring on board to allow me to progress it. So that's there'll be a video coming up on that one in the near future. Over here, I mentioned this before, we've got another machine, so we'll do a new machine day on that one. Then I won't have to keep it in the under wraps. What else have we got going on here? Now this looks a bit like a bike shop. So this black one here, I've disassembled all this one. I did that yesterday, and I've made a video on that, which, you know, please don't all run off and unsubscribe. It really is for a good cause, and I need the whole project needs to be finished before I can show you the video, because we don't want the person that it's intended for to see anything, but at the moment they won't know that. This is in bits one of the Brompton bikes, you know, oh no, you can't see Brompton. The folding bikes. Now this is belongs to a fellow YouTuber, and they've asked me to do some modifications to it, which involves machining. So I've got to refit the whole bike, which I'm not going to bother showing you, because I'm just not going to. But making fabricating some of the things that they want for their specific needs, then I will show you that. So that'll be coming up. Oh yeah, and just on this one, on the track bike, there's a piece of work I've got to do on the milling machine for this one. So I will probably just make a little video of that, and then as a standalone one rather than the whole project. What else have we got? So the only other update is, if we go over here, we can see I've been busily painting or doing priming. It's quite a while ago because it's quite dusty. The base for the surface grinder. Now that's not progressed anywhere near how I would like it to do. If we go back over here, we can see the rest of the component parts sort of stacked up here. Now there are a few changes going on here really, and it will be a big advantage for me to get this thing going. So I am going to make a conscious effort to progress that one. Over the back there, this is the ML, I think the video's ML ? This is the little ML 1, 2, 3 or 4, which I started the restoration on. As you can see, there's a lead screw, it's all covered up. I've inspected everything, and I've got a list of what needs to be repaired or just needs to be done to do that. I would like it to have it going, but it's such a low priority, so it's just going to sit there for a while, and we'll worry about that in the near future. Well, not near future, sometime later in the year. Yeah, so as we just walk back around here, the clock project, which I guess quite a few of you are wondering about, I'm very keen to be able to, just trying to put this back on the stand, yeah. So I'm very keen to try and do the project, but I would like to start and not stop really. So I believe having the Unimat working, it will be important to me. Having the mystery machine, the new machine, I think that will be an advantage. Having the taper turning attachment on the Myford will be a positive thing. Well, yeah, it's a need. You need to turn the tapers for the columns, so I'd need to do that. Making sure the Myford's relatively accurate, that's important as well. So it's still on the radar. I'm still going to do it. I'm just trying to get the other bits and bobs on the workshop or machines going at the moment. Surface grinder has nothing to do with the need for the clock project, and but it will help me greatly in keeping this, financing, keeping this whole workshop going. Just one other thing that's just popped into mind because it's come into sight. This is the old the decal. So what I'm going to do, I've one of the guys who I watched, John and some numbers, he's a very talented guy, and I'm really pleased he went over the 1,000 subscriber mark. He did a video where he just used I can't remember what it's called, pink stuff I think it was called, and he managed to just clean this stuff up. So what I'm going to do is just do the minimum I can to get this going, because I think this will be useful again, and then when time permits a bit more, I can then try and do something where I make it look pretty. But at the moment the desire will be to just have it running. So that's sort of starting to progress. And the only other thing, as you can see, all these, for those who know, we've got the Myford there, or who don't know, Myford there. We've got the Adept Shaper, 𝐒𝐄𝐑𝐥, and then the door Westbury. I'm going to have a bit of a move around because this doesn't actually work, the Shaper. So I'm going to move so over there under that black cover, about there, is the BCA jig borer. So I'm going to move the jig borer over here so it's better in the natural light and should be a bit more stable. And then sort of, I think this half of the workshop will become a sort of a projects thing, and I'll probably have the 𝐒𝐄𝐑 and sort of stuff along here. I think the plan still is to make it a grinding room. However, I have had some idea, if for viewers who, you know, these are all old recycled windows that have built the sort of the wall up here. So I have, and I'll be interested of your thoughts. When you consider in there is pretty dark, and that's my only real worry. I can put all artificial lights in there. Sorry, in the machine room, in the storeroom. So that's where the grinding was going to go. But I did think of along here, I could just build and across here. So and just enclose that with some more of the plastic recycled windows, and then have the grinding stuff there. So I would have a lot more light. So the jury's out on that, because, well, and to be honest, they don't work, so it doesn't matter too much. But that's yeah, that's sort of in my mind a little bit. Okay, so I think that's about it for today. So it's not a tremendous amount, but just gives you a little update of what's going on and what's arrived and what hasn't. Can't get that one straight. Okay, so thanks for watching. As always, stay happy, strong and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.